Hello and welcome to E-Cube, the series here at Gospel Rescue Mission, Skokie, Oklahoma. We are a poverty reduction company. Our purpose, our hope, our desire is to help people get out of poverty. It's not required. Some throw this verse at me that says, Jesus says, the poor you will have with you always. You know, it doesn't mean I have to have them in my town. It means that I'm going to help everyone who's out there to get out of poverty. Now, it's true, not everyone is going to change. So we are we're doing our E-Cube process here. We're examining the causes of poverty. Today, we're going to take a look at handouts. Handouts are a cause of poverty. When we start handing things out, people get comfortable, they get used to it. They're not willing to work anymore when they have a handout. I can't compete with free food. I gotta, whatever it is, you have a handout system. People become entitled to that, and they begin to take these things on themselves. And these are like having panhandlers. And those panhandlers, you're giving them handouts. There's no reason for them to get up and go get a job to get clean and sober. I'll give you, as we've examined this, we've done some experimenting here as well. You know, we used to serve everyone who showed up as long as they played nice with others as far as meals go. So we served these meals 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, dinner. But there were some folks here who just would not sober up. So we told them, look, starting next week, and we had a certain date that we set, we gave them a little warning. On this date, we are going to start breathalyzing you. If you don't pass the breathalyzer, you don't eat. You know, day one, they tested us on this. There are people who showed up, they said, oh, really? You're not going to feed me? But you know what? 3 days later, most of those guys were right back in. They were clean and sober, and they were in their right mind, and we were able to actually help them and serve them move forward. They got hungry enough where they were willing to get sober for a meal. If they have money for drink, they got money for food. That's the way we were looking at it. And you know, it's made a difference in their lives because we chose not to hand out without requirements and those sort of things. They also do a chore and some other pieces here at the mission. So expect something out of these folks. Don't just enable them. Give them something to do. Set a standard for them. So then explore the possibilities. What we just did, we set a standard, said you need to do these things. We have a chore for a meal. You can clean up pick up trash. You can clean up around the mission. You can do all sorts of things. Explore those possibilities. What's something different than a handout? We can expect something out of you. You make some changes in your life, we're going to serve you. We give you some information, you go follow up on it, we're going to serve you. Have some expectations with it. So exploring that possibility is really powerful, and we've explored and experimented with that, and we've seen some success. So what are you going to do? How are you going to experiment? So instead of a handout, why don't you pick up people, take them to the local rescue mission? Why don't you encourage someone to get sober, invite them to make some new life choices, and not engage in an argument or debate with them. We want to help them make new choices. But the key part is that we want you to experiment with not giving handouts. You know, if you need to give something, give them encouragement, give them a smile, engage with them, find out their story. Don't give anything away without at least getting their story from them. All right, this has been Rich with the Gospel Rescue Mission. We're a poverty reduction company. We'd love to have your support as we continue to come up with new ways to help people get out of poverty.